All right, we're back. Ah, blue screens. Okay, sorry about that. That's also somehow Yuki's fault. Yuki, you need to calm down, buddy. I know you're itching to crush us Americans in Euros, but you need to chill the
This
F
blue
out.
screen wouldn't have been a big deal if he had just showed up on
Cannot be
time.
contained.
Unbelievable. All right, so there's an article written on Team Fortress TV by someone named Sideshow who says the Aussies are going to win I52. And we're going to do our official predictions.
What the fuck?
But this guy wrote a bunch of stuff.
And
I thought
you have to fix your mic cam. I have your head. Check the stream.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't see I had the other thing up. Anyway, so I think at least from what I've heard, I am if not the favorite, certainly close to it. I'm sort of predicting them in the finals. What are you guys thinking? Didn't they just win some Euro thing this weekend that happened, right? Admirable.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch the whole tournament, but I would throw it over to Kiris and Samzi, who actually competed in there. We don't want to hear what Yuki has to say.
I didn't play anyone. I was on vacation.
Oh, you weren't there.
So.
Oh, if you were there.
Mike playing for you. Kiris, give us your thoughts. I am winning that tournament. Doesn't mean anything.
Well, like, they obviously beat Reason. They beat us. We had a Merc, but they still, like, convincingly won against us. But, like, EPSI didn't play, so... Like, of all the Euro teams, EPSI is obviously the champions at the moment. They're the ones to beat, so it doesn't really mean a whole lot if you didn't beat EPSI, I guess, in terms of who's going to win LAN. Like, I don't know. There's, like, both, like, no EU team had a full roster in that tournament. Like I say, we were convincingly beaten, Reason were narrowly beaten, but EPSI weren't there, so that's the team you got to beat. At least that's how it looks.
Kaius, what is the playstyle difference? I am compared to the other Euro teams you guys play regularly. Is there one, or are they just good?
Well, yeah, there's obviously differences. Like, I mean, it shows in their play. Like, they push on stuff that you don't expect sometimes because they just have this, like, champion mentality, I guess. Like, they 5-0 grand finals in Australia, so they always think, like, they can win a fight, even, like, when some teams would probably think they can't win this fight. Obviously, Sheep makes them very sniper heavy on several maps. Like, they do some crazy shit on mids, like Snake War, we scrimmed them today, and there's just suddenly a sniper on mid headshotting Miralin. So that was something you don't see every day.
Nox, you guys scrim them, right? I mean, there's been boot camping where they scrim the top teams. So I don't know if you have or not. I'm assuming you have. No? Okay.
Yeah, we played them sometimes. But it was with Merc at the first. I think it was, yeah. Yesterday we played with 3 Mercs. So it was not really really nice. And today we played with 1 Merc, was Sleepy, play nice, so it's okay. And we win 2 map. I think we played better actually. We get a better level at this moment, and I feel confident against IM. Like, we know how they play. They just play. Bad tactic is just start with the sniper play on the slow. They're slowing the game all the time. So we found something to unstuck the game and make it more faster, and that worked.
Yuki, you guys got 5th before, right? Last or at I49 was it 5th? 4th. My bad. Calm down. Don't blue screen me. All right. You guys have been playing top Euro teams. Obviously, a step up from the Aussie New Zealand competition, which is, you know, you guys just crush everybody. How are you guys confidence wise? You think that you got a chance, or? I mean, this dude made you the favorites. Do you think you're the favorites?
Well, obviously Sideshow's article was extremely tongue-in-cheek. If you couldn't tell from the wording, then you're a clown. And he also did it because, I mean, there was the American one for I46, the EU one for I49, and now there's the Aussie one for I52, because why not? But moving aside from that, we've been feeling pretty good. Like, we came here for this boot camp. We weren't really looking for like good scorelines in scrims or anything like that. Fuck off, Brad. I completely lost my train of thought. We weren't exactly like looking for scrims and just going, yeah, let's try and 5-0 everyone, or let's try and 5-1 people, or 6-1, whatever. We were just looking to improve our game and just, you know, get accustomed to playing against actual, you know, good competition. Shots fired to Oz Fortress. And yeah, we feel we've got a pretty good idea of, you know, different things we can do. Like, we feel we haven't really showed our true potential until we get to land, but obviously we'll just have to wait and see what happens then.
Is that a paper bag? That he's just...
That's a maraca. Thanks, Brad.
Yeah, would have guessed that. I'm curious. I know that our North American friends, you guys, well, Seagull, I don't think you've ever played them unless it was a paying disparate. I probably never played them. Have you guys watched any of the IM stuff recently? And if so, are you concerned? Do you have an idea of what to expect if you guys go up against them in the later rounds?
Personally, I've watched, I think, every single game they played, and I've watched almost their entire run through the small tournament that they won as well.
Wow.
What a triad. Oh my God.
I know.
Wow.
You guys are done.
I'm a big fan of sheep. What can I say? But I'm really confident they're going to perform extremely well. I'd be very surprised if they weren't in the finals.
Why do you say that? Is it just this individual skill, or do you think that they play somewhat differently and teams are not ready for it?
Well, I kind of look at it too as at I49 when I watch them come in and they start practicing. They did the same sort of thing. They come in a week early or so and they start boot camping and they start try-harding. And they were getting absolutely destroyed. And then their I49 performance was a complete turnaround. And then this time around, they're actually performing quite well before I52 in this case. So I think they'll be able to do the same thing.
Samsy, you said you were...
Early, though.
Oh, sorry, James.
Like they've come in here and everyone's seen what they have to offer already, but like Insomniac, Epsilon, like they haven't actually been playing much with their full rosters. They're going to show up at LAN and they use the group stage as warm-up. I find it hard to call at this stage. Like, obviously I'm going to champion the Euro teams and say that, we've still got something in the bag there, but like Immunity have really shown their hand. Like everybody has had all this material to study. I've just heard Seagull say that he's been sitting watching VOD after VOD, so like... I'm wondering, Yuki, have you peaked too soon?
No, I mean, like, as a lot of people say, everything changes on LAN. Like, it's not just to do with the LAN ping, it's just...
Are you holding back, man?
itself.
Have you got some, secret weapons there?
2 snipers.
Yes. No, I'm going to roll out Pyro, because I really want to play Pyro at one point. No, I don't know, I'm not saying we have some secret strategy or whatever, because there's not really, when you get down to the nitty gritty, there's not like a huge amount of strategy in TF2. In the end, it all just comes down to teamwork and execution. So I don't know. I just think we'll just play our best at LAN really and see how we go.
I agree with that. I don't think watching a TF2 team play is the same as if you watched like a CS:GO team play or something where they'll have like a set strat and then you can just sort of blow them up. And it's like TF2 is a lot more open-ended, I guess.
Well, you guys were streaming everything, Clockwork and Freudetech. You guys were streaming everything, but now you haven't been. I assume it's because you don't want
I guess
teams to see that stuff.
Yeah,
right?
there's like that. I guess we cast that safety net over, but I don't think it's really that. If it were up to me, I would still stream. I really don't think it's that big of a deal.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, Simsy. I guess you were gone out lifting weights instead of playing this weekend tournament or whatever. So, what did your team tell you? I guess your team played a close match against IM. So.
Yeah, like I was messaging Rising on WhatsApp like the day after and asked him how it went, and like Rising is one of my teammates obviously, and he said that they were actually like 4-1 ahead or something stupid, and then they pretty much threw away like 3 rounds.
We did a TCM, or Reason didn't
IM. Yeah, like apparently like they got wrecked in like 8 minutes or something, and then we lost the golden cap or something, or they lost it. I can't really tell anything about the game, like I didn't watch it, and I guess it was.
Yeah, no, it's fair. All right, I want to ask a sort of shit-talky question to the Euros here. So at I46, I felt like we had two teams show up that were really informed. Like, it took it really seriously. They were practicing hard. They showed up and just, mix up. I still think that I46 team was the best TF2 team ever. At the time, they were just really damn good compared to everybody else, just ahead of. I didn't think the Freudetech version, the Tyrone, your guys' team Clockwork, was that good. I thought that it was kind of a coup that you guys made to finals. You had Mackie and Tyrone as your soldiers for kind of loud. But it seemed like Euros were underperformed, and then I49 came around, and then Epsilon was, there's the double Euro final. You feel like you guys are closer as sort of the top teams to what it was for I46 or I49? My worry is that you guys may not be in form for this tournament. Am I wrong?
I mean, I think it'll still always be close if you have the top teams from every continent playing. I really don't think it's ever going to be some kind of thing where one team gets blown out. I don't know. I think I-46 was a lot of luck on our part because every single time you do one of these I-series kinds of things, you don't really play each other, the two teams, so there's a lot of randomness sort of in it, in that you don't really know what each team's going to do, and it's sort of just DM. I-46 was we ran out and we just played super aggressively and we didn't have trouble with any European team, and then we lost the mix-up. But I think now that people have done their preparation, it'll be a lot closer.
All right, so Kaitis, do you feel like you were on top teams for the last two of these? Do you feel like your guys are in form? Oh, you're muted, buddy.
Oh, yo, hello. Wow. Sorry, what was the question?
How would you assess your guys' form? You have a team boot camping, a mix-up in Froyotech have been doing 3-hour scrims for nights straight. Do you guys feel like you're prepared, like I-49 prepared?
Well, yeah, we're prepared. I mean, we've played we've had mercs and stuff, but I think we haven't not played a night since last Saturday. So 10 days ago, we played every day. We never play weekends, but we played weekends this weekend, and I don't know. I guess we made up for lack of quality practice with quantity. I guess I'm a keen nerd. I watch these Froyotech streams and STVs and things like this. I mean, I was even trying to watch God help me, I was trying to watch IM STVs before they came to Bootcamp just to at least have a rough idea what they did. But it was a waste of time. It was 5050. It was they could have rolled out Pyro and still won. So that was that was time not well spent. And the Oz Fortress site is also terrible. It took about half an hour. It took longer to find the demos than it did to actually watch them roll over these terrible teams. So that was time wasted. But yeah, we're prepared. Couldn't really done anything more, I don't think.
I got the impression because Nox, you were saying that you guys have had mercs or ringers for all these scrims or whatever. So you guys feel like you guys are in form and ready to go? Playing.
Actually, we didn't practice a lot. All the season, we were constantly practicing with Americ. We didn't take it really serious that season, to be honest. We just, I don't know. Yeah, we didn't try out this season, really. We just play our own game. And again, we didn't have our main lineup, but still the result on the final was really great. Our play was good during the final against AWS. And tonight we played seriously and was great against IM, so I think it's gonna work. We don't need the fact is we were practicing a lot and playing with Merc, we still have a good level, so that's why I'm confident.
Fair enough. That's a good answer. All right, I want to ask. I'll last of my prepared questions here. So Siegel, you guys were pretty good at ESCA LAN. I thought it could have gone either way, but then you guys didn't play for a while after you came back. People went on vacation and stuff, and then I casted your game versus Froyotech a couple weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, and you guys got 5-0'd pretty convincingly. It looked like you just weren't in form at all. Have you guys sort of picked up? Are you prepared now? Are you guys confident? I mean, I see you've been scrimming a lot since I've been back. Are you guys ready?
Yeah, we've significantly picked up our game. I think we've been playing Froyo pretty consistently for the past couple of weeks, ever since Goalie Wash Week for ESCA. Right. And we never had any completely blowout games like that one ever since. So I'm really confident for my team going in. But obviously, there is still the mix-up factor in that a lot of our teammates are, I would say, they don't try as hard online, or they like to have fun or mess around. Versus when we get to a LAN, it's just everyone's putting on their try-hard pants. They're focusing. No one's talking to people as they're playing and stuff like that.
That's fair enough. And then Froyotech, you guys are just killing everybody, except for Exertus, of course. I guess. Are you guys ready? I mean, I just assume you are, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think we're ready. We've been discussing how we want to play, what we want to do. I think we're a much better team on LAN just because our soldiers always play with 70+ ping basically. Blaze is always nearing 100. Nice. Same with Siegel. So it's pretty awful online. When we get online, it's a lot different. Blaze wakes up. So.
All right. Samsy, I keep skipping over you when I talk about the Euro teams. I don't know as much about your team. I'm a big Huey fan because his sub emotes have my buddy James, and that's, in my opinion, the best sub emote in the world. So I don't know, how are you guys feeling going into it?
I don't really know, to be honest. Like, we've been playing together for like a month now.
He's always putting himself down. He's like, nah, we're not gonna win it. We're not gonna win it.
I'm not saying that, but like, if I look at it realistically, then I think it will be hard for us to like get like a really high finish in the end. Like, our PCW results are kind of mixed. Like, we kind of get ahead in some games and we just throw it away completely. So I can't really comment on it. I think it's like, it might be too early for this team, but obviously we'll try our best to show ourselves, and yeah.
You have to. There's some significant shit talk in this thread about you having to play better and all this crap. So you're gonna have to Hulk smash these nerds on the forums.
So we have to ask him the Ibs question. You know, do you want me to read it out, Sam?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Ibs, fuck, I've lost.
What the fuck?
He wanted to know, is the reason strategy, or are they counting on Sam to do more than 200 damage per minute this LAN, in reference to your previous performance at i49? How do you respond?
I think the reason strategy actually needs me to do at least 500 DPM to actually win a map. And I will try my best to get there.
All right. Well, I think we should do predictions at some point here. So now, previously, when we do this crap, I asked the players that are going and playing who they think is going to win, and obviously they are going to say themselves, unless you're Simsy and he's going to say that they're shit and that everyone else is going to win, but whatever. So I'm not going to ask you to include yourself in this. I guess the question could be amended to say, who are you most afraid of on LAN, maybe, or something like that. So we'll just touch them all here, go across the line. When we start with the North Americans, since we did Euros, and then I'll look at chat as well. Chat, if you want to say who you think is going to win, I'll be sort of picking this out. See if there's a majority favorite here. So why don't we start with Mr. Siegel? Aside from the powerhouse that is Classic Mix-Up, who do you think has the best chance of winning? Maybe, you know, the teams that you're most afraid of out of this group.
Froyotech, for sure. I have probably the most experience playing against them, and out of all of the games I've been watching and spending my time watching and going over STVs, I feel that they have the highest level of coordination out of all the teams so far. And I think they'll do really well.
All right, Clockwork.
I can hop on the American hype train and say Mix-Up, just because I always have faith in Siegel and Platinum on LAN. It's always, no matter what the online results are, it's always pretty hard to beat them on LAN. Earlier in the season, when we were playing them, you know, we thought it really wouldn't be hard to beat them at all online. You know, we thought we were doing really well during the regular season. And last LAN, we had a lot more trouble than we thought we would have against them. So, yeah, I never count them out.
I don't even know what chat's spamming right now. They're just going insane. Maybe there's a team, I don't know. But, okay, Yuki, aside from yourselves, who do you think is going to win? Or who are you most afraid of?
Hey, yo, girl.
What?
Hey, yo, girl.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man, they're terrifying. Nah, it's a hard question because, like, when I get asked questions like these, I usually think, you know, not really afraid of a team per se. It's more like we're watchful of every team and think, you know, every team will be equally as challenging as the other. But I don't know, we haven't played against any of the Americans at all, so I'll have to go with, you know, either of them. I mean, obviously, Epsilon and Osomniac are very, very, very competent teams, and Epsilon the previous champions. But, you know, we've practiced against them already. We have a good idea of how they play, but the Americans are, you know, kind of a wild card for us at the moment. So we'll go with either of them, really, I suppose.
No respect for the, well, there's actually a lot of respect, but, you know, no one's nominated the Euro teams. Are you guys going to also say the American teams, or are you confident that you guys will win? I guess we'll start with Samsy this time. I always forget about the muscled man. What do you think?
I think the top three will be Froyo, IM, and Epsilon, and I can't really like figure out one winner, but I think all the games up there will be incredibly close, and it will be just a matter of like small mistakes in the end.
All right, Mr. Knox.
Mm.
What do you think? Who are you most afraid of?
I'm agree with some say like the three team are already the best actually. But we don't know really because we didn't play this American team. Last year wasn't the same lineup, and this year this is not the same lineup for Epsilon 2. The fact is, do we improve more with this new lineup? Do we are better with these new players? Maybe, I don't know. Just in fact, yeah, I'm not scared to play any team. I think they should be scared because we was the champion last year, so they should be scared.
I think Kaitis is doing something 420 related, so I'm just kidding.
No.
He's still. All right, same question, everybody. What do you think?
Well, yeah, I kind of echo what Yuki said, I guess, about the mentality behind it. Like, it's not really a matter of being scared, but I guess, like, the unknown is always the most challenging. Like, you can watch these teams, but you don't really know how it's going to be when you are facing them. So, like, I guess I'm mostly mindful of Froyotech because they're obviously the ESCA champions and one of these teams that we don't know. But I think that, like if I was to choose two finalists, like, right now off the top of my head, I would go with Epsi and Froyotech because, I don't know, like, IM seems strong, but I can't really look past the 4-0 comeback last time. And then if you factor in, like, I don't know, maybe slightly less LAN experience as well this time, there's the potential that, like, when it comes down to it, like, these teams, FC and Froyo, are just going to beat them, like, by an inch.
Fair enough.
And Mix-Up, I didn't really address Mix-Up, but I don't know. Like, obviously, just because they're just a tiny bit below Froyo. Like, it's all going to come down to, like, fine margins, but if you force, like, a decision, I think these are the fine margins.
How much do you think the 30-minute time limit plays into it? So for our North American viewers who maybe didn't watch the last two or don't watch European TF2, for some crazy reason, they only play 30-minute half matches where they will play more than one match at a time. There are ties in European TF2, which is just so stupid, but that's fine.
There won't be ties on LAN.
There won't be ties on LAN.
It's only in, like, regular season that you have ties.
Well, yeah. But it's a completely different game. Siegel, you were talking to me about it in Steam chat. You think that it's going to have a pretty profound impact on how you and Froyotech play? What do you think the difference is between our style, which is just 60 minutes, 2 30-minute halves, first to 5?
I think the biggest impact it has is when you're down rounds in NA, it's not that big of a deal if you sit on the enemy team's last and you sit there for 5 to 10 minutes to secure that round no matter what, because the round is all you care about. And the time never really comes into a factor until deep into the second half. So in EU, I would imagine a lot more people are going to be parking the bus a lot more often. I mean, we've been scrimming Froyo, and we've been using the EU rule set, 30 minutes. I mean, there have been some pretty good comebacks. I think we made one intense comeback earlier just because we went down early, I think, or something like that. But regardless, both of us have been practicing parking the bus and then breaking the enemy team's bus parking. And I have no idea how Europeans are going to approach that, because when I've watched a lot of these games, I don't see that level of try-hard from these teams in their own games so far when they're preparing for i52.
Yeah. You told me that you think it's going to, like, the park the bus thing. I don't remember if we saw too much of that before in I46 or 49. I didn't watch a lot of 49. But...
Wasn't it heavy on Spire or something?
Oh, yeah, I guess that wasn't that.
Big enigma.
Yeah, the time limit's really, I can't really say I'm a fan of it. Like, I don't like how the time is the factor. I'd rather the score be the factor, you know what I mean? And of course there's, like, a score limit, but it's always going to be Mercy Rule 5,
Right.
And I think that's I like the Counter-Strike kind of rule set more, where you aim for a goal, you like aim for a score, you don't let the time run out and then that dictates the winner. I think the game moves, like, a little bit too slowly sometimes. Like, sometimes there are far too many stalemates for there to be ample opportunities for plays to be made under only 30 minutes. It sometimes gets a little, I don't know. Because in America, you can have a stalemate for the first 30 minutes, and then you're boom right into another 30 minutes, and then something changes.
Yeah.
Teams get more aggressive.
Had enough of those. Yuki, what do you guys play in Australia for rules? I don't even know.
We use the American rule set, but to be honest, I don't know. Both both I guess rule sets have their merits. I mean, if you're looking at the EU rule set just at its own, I mean, the good thing is, there's pressure to play around the clock. Whereas the bad thing is there's pressure to play around the clock. So it's like, It's a good and a bad thing, funnily enough, because like if you're the defending team, it's like, cool, we just get to sit around and hold our dicks because we're up 2-1. Like, you have that option. Whereas if you're the team that's down a point, it's like, shit, we need to do something, but the other team can just defend all day. This is kind of lame. But that's good and bad. It just depends how you, I guess, like to play. I mean, the teams that are still aggressive will generally still just try and push. They won't really park the bus. Like, honestly, I don't see like a team like Epsi that would like park the bus that much. I mean, they may. I mean, obviously it's Nox. He's the team leader. He would know more than I would. But they just seem like a team where they wouldn't really, have a heavy on Spire.
As I say, you will see Enigma do that at least once. So.
Yeah, I agree with you, Yuki. Like, I didn't really like these rules. It's because that slows the game all the time. That's why the game is completely stuck Uber against Uber all the time, and it's not TF2. Like, it's so boring, so annoying, So I prefer play on the clock. It's more interesting. You have different situation. Like if you have to cap quick, like 3 points to come back on the game, and it's 10 minutes left. You're gonna begin to play more aggressive. You have to play more aggressive, so you have to know how to play in every situation. Defensive in good situation when you have advantage over the point and it's 5 minutes left, or aggressive when you need to come back in the game. So this is better, I think.
It makes it easier to organize for LAN, but I mean, like in the EU rule set, every round is important. Like as soon as you're one round behind, you immediately have to like think about changing it up because you're playing against the clock. But with the NA rule set, you have this like massive cushion because the only round that's really important is the last round that wins you the game. Or if you're near the end of the 60 minutes, then it can get a little bit fraught, as it usually is in the EU rules. But like parking the bus, it's not really something that we've seen a lot in Europe in the last year or two, maybe, like since we lost to I46.
We're going to bring it
Some
back.
teams play that way.
Yep.
Just you wait.
Oh, Lord.
We're going to have a huge mega bus parked.
Like, even though
outside the
like playing defensively is really solid, like if you defend and fail, then like if you sit there on your Uber advantage and let it run down just because you want to park the bus and run the clock down, that's a gamble in itself. There's like, it's not like it's the ultimate strategy, like it's the end game or something. But hey, we'll see a LAN, man. But I'm happy to play the EU rule set. Like we've debated about it loads of times in the past. Like we even tried to bring it into ETFL, like quite forcefully. Really tried to encourage people that way. But looking back now, I'm really glad that we didn't. I love the clock. Yeah, I think I'm satisfied with it.
James, I didn't ask you, man. So the one of two impartial people. Well, Truck's also here, but he's not on Steam. I was going to say, Kurt, you want to send me who you think's going to win? I will tell the world. Admirable, the king of TF2. Who's going to win this biatch?
I think I want to see a Froyo Epsilon final. It's going to be like a chess match. It's like Banny versus Nox, because there's this whole other level, like just about how these two players control their teams, and I think that's like what really
Banny is playing Scott's admirable. He didn't lead anymore, I think.
Or whoever's like leading like these incredible minds, like the like it's not just.
I'm not sure he's leading as coach. I don't know. Maybe he's calling. I don't know.
You guys don't have a caller? Is it Shade now?
I feel like those are the two most organized teams, like the most drilled teams. The other teams try and skill it a little bit, or like they have certain flaws. Like I'm just gonna call out Nuts because nobody's done it yet this stream for a Somniac, and I don't rate Squid so highly for mix-up. I think he was pretty anonymous at LAN. Like that, I'm starting the drama. Come on, that's what we're here for. IM have already like shown me what they've got. Like I think they peaked too soon. So yeah, I'm gonna say it's gonna be Epsilon through Tech. As much as I'd love IM to win and make it a 3-way tie for the continents, but it's probably gonna be Froyo Tech to win it because again, Europe have had like terrible preparation for LAN. And then after this, Europe will get really mad that they lost again, and next year they might win. Yeah, IM, you suck.
Oh,
looking into the camera. I'm pointing at Turmo. He thinks he's fighting war. He's fighting me at LAN.
Oh.
All right. Shit just got real. I won't belabor. I actually think it's going to be Froyo IM in the finals, and I don't know who's going to win. But I don't know. I think Froyo's. I just feel like Froyo's the best team. But I haven't watched enough of it, so my opinion means nothing. So I was going to say what the chat opinion was, but chat just started going crazy and started saying things. It's continuing to go crazy. I look over and they're talking about pooping on people, which will probably happen at i52. We've heard the stories on previous podcasts of what you crazy Euros do. Things. Okay, so unfortunately we wasted a lot of time before we got into this. Usually our version of Fully Charged, back when we did it, only lasted about maybe 45 minutes, and then I'd give away hats for like 20 minutes poorly, or pizzas. So I think we should start thinking about wrapping it up. I'm not sure. Do you want to talk a little bit about the I-49 movie? I haven't seen it, so I don't know. But a lot of people are saying it's freaking awesome. It's over an hour long, and I'm a busy man, James. I didn't watch it, but you did. So
yeah, like I was surprised at how quickly the time went. I thought, like you, like wow, this is an hour long. This is going to be a bit like the I-46 one, where it's poorly paced, or dragged out a little bit. But I loved it from start to finish. Like I paid for donated for the 1080p 60 FPS version, and it looks beautiful. It sounds great too. Like they had Aaron from XTV in there. Like it just does a great job of telling the story, and like the frags are interspersed in there as well. I didn't go to I-49, but after watching it, I felt like I'd been there. Only thing I would say is that most of the players are boring cunts. Only Aporia seems like the sort of guy I'd actually want to talk to at Lance. What the fuck? There's no personalities there. So I'm gonna have to liven it up for the I-52 movie. Yeah.
Was it just like every player? Were there like 5 or 6 that were focused on?
Yuki sitting there in a chair looking all sad.
He's in it.
I wasn't sad. What?
They got him right after the granary game.
That's just your normal face.
Yeah, on the movie you feel so sad. I am team so sad on the movie. Yeah.
Maybe after the game, yeah, but like not when I was talking. That was like
not all the time.
The Friday, Saturday, yeah.
I got Shade to do it for our team or for their team, right?
Oh,
Shade's pretty good.
Yeah.
Shade did a pretty good job. I only watched like 15 minutes of it.
Yeah, that's true.
You haven't finished it yet?
I haven't finished it yet, man.
I would encourage everyone to head over to i49.tf if you haven't seen this, and even if you have, if you watched the YouTube version, and you loved it, why not go and give those guys $5 and you get access to loads of additional content. They've released a director's cut version, like with or not director's cut, like director's commentary with them two talking over it on their first view, and like they're two very funny guys as well. I'm probably going to watch that at some point. But I think they have all the interviews uncut and stuff, so you can go and check that out as well.
40 minutes of Shade answering TF2 questions. Hit me up. Let's ask him.
There's Lang in there too. There's Lang doing the commentary with his beautiful voice. All I could do was smile.
Oh yeah, that's it as well.
That's right. Lang narrates
Lang's
it, right?
Narration is like hot butter, man.
Wow. Hot butter. Yeah. So watch that. I guess. I don't know. I guess I might. I don't know. I'll probably tip it. Who edited it? Cube
and Bones.
Cube and Bones.
The guys who made all the greatest TF2 movies. Well, all the greatest European ones, anyway.
They made MMM. Interesting.
Dr. Justice, man. Remember that video? That was a pretty cool video back in the day.
Like all the previous I-Series LAN videos were made by Bones, and that Prem movie by Cube was made by Cube, obviously. What the fuck?
Is that okay? So yeah, link it in chat if you can. I don't know. I think Nightbot might be killing people. So sorry, Nightbot's he's a bad mother. He won't take any S from you guys. So watch it and support. I think Bones is in chat, so he just gave you a heart, admirable. Maybe he'll kiss you at land. That big beautiful head right there.
Oh, you know what, man?
All right, so I don't know if we missed anything, James. Is there anything else we should bring up?
Yeah, I've just tried my best to give an opinion here, call out some drama, but in terms of content and stuff coming up, there's going to be obviously that article from Sideshow giving the Australian perspective are trying to pitch their story, but there's also going to be one from me talking about the EU teams
And then
And
Bloodsire is writing.
Talking about NA, yeah.
He's. I talked to him. I played CS with him last night. He's right. He hasn't started, but you know Justin's going to go 5,000 words about every little detail. It's going to be bad, but yeah. That's why they pay you guys the big bucks to write those articles.
Yeah, mine was going to be pretty dry. Like, I was just going to sort of report on the rosters and the movements and stuff. But the Sideshow comes out, dropping this big Australian bomb. So, I feel like I got to...
you got to go hard.
Light some fires here,
I like your articles before. You're a good writer, man.
Trash the place, yeah.
Best EU writer, I think. Sure to ask me. Big fan. Big fan.
Almost.
Oh, I'm blushing here.
The whole head just turns red. All right, so... Is there anything else you want to bring up before we let people do shout-outs and little closing remarks? And then I give away a bunch of hats. Literally.
Yeah. I was just going to say, you can check out Sideshow's stream as well. I'm not sure if he's going to be streaming any more games, but for the last few days, like, he's been covering all the immunity scrims and various things like that. If you want to catch up on that, that's the place to go. But of course, bookmark i52.tf, that site that Gentleman John put together at short notice.
Yeah.
That's going to sort of amalgamate all the VODs, tweets, and give you the schedule and the stream and everything all on one page. So shout out to Gentleman John and all the guys working behind the scenes for Vanilla TV and TFTV. Like, they've been preparing for this for months. Like, it's going to blow you away, guys. Get hyped. That's what I got to say. Get fucking hyped.
I'm hyped. I'm not even doing a damn thing. Unless you guys get Source TVs, and then I'm going to cast things. And that'll be great. I'll be so happy if I get to. But I know you won't, because you're assholes. Yeah, so the schedule is on there. It's going to be tough for, at least on Saturday, for us Americans. I mean, unless you're going to wake up at really early, like 3 a.m. for the West Coasters and all that crap to watch the TF2. It's going to go all day. I'm really excited. This could really end up being the last great TF2 event. I don't want to. There's a lot of rumors about teams breaking up. Who's going to keep playing after this? Like there always is, and I don't want to get into that shit because. There'll be plenty of drama afterwards. I want to say real fast before this ends. This is the first fully charged that we've done North American side for a long time. I think probably 6 months or so. It just became too much of a hassle to try to set everything up for me and Ruin. He was great and everything, but he didn't want to do much work for it either. But Get a Whale is thinking about starting it up. So if you want more fully charged stuff, it's not going to be for me. I will not do this again. It sucks. And it's always a disaster when I do it. But Get a Whale is the man. I think he's actually in chat. So tell him that you want him to do fully charged. Message him on his stream and call him a human paintbrush or whatever. But if he wants to do it, more power to him. He'll bring it back. Otherwise, I think we can do kind of goodbyes, Mr. Admirable. I think.
Yeah. Is this like a fond farewell to Seabear and fully charged? He's saying this is like the last show ever.
About to cry.
We might do one at GXL. I'm going to GXL. I was talking to the people in production there. We might do a live one where, we're all on a couch or something there. If there's a couch, where that might happen. But otherwise, yeah, we never really got an official goodbye. I just stopped doing them. So sorry for the.
Can we all get like a glass of champagne and tap the monitor?
We got like 35 episodes of them done. Considering how bad half of them were, it was pretty strong, I'd say. But yeah, Get a Whale is going to carry the flag onward, I think. So make him do it. All right, so let's do goodbyes here and shout-outs. Let's start with Samsy, because he could beat me up in real life, probably. Big, strong man. So shout-outs.
Yeah, shout-outs to my team, obviously. Shout-out to AO. I hope you guys do really well then. Shout-out to Sonny Black and Red Shock and Mini Moose, and that's it.
All right. Yuki. Shout-outs to you, you big, sad man. You know, let your team say something in the back.
My team?
Let them all do like a.
Wow.
And the record got thrown at me. Nice. Yeah, pretty much that. And
Soldier's easy.
yeah, that and everyone
is
that's
easy.
against us. And see you all at LAN.
That actually exactly went in my mind. That's great. All right, Mr. Knox, shout outs for you.
Yeah, shout out for my team, for Epsilon, and shout out for everyone giving us money to come to LAN. Yeah, was a bit bad, but it's not our fault. Like sometimes the sponsors are not really nice. You don't know. At the last time, they didn't help you. But yeah, shout out to my team, my mate, and I hope it's gonna be well this one. It's gonna be fun.
We do have a Nightbot. Yeah, I can give away hats. All right, Titus is back. The webcam is on his head. Check his eyes. Are they red? No. Shout out to you.
Shout out to my team, I guess, especially Nutson. He's gonna silence the haters at LAN. You heard it here first. Yeah, shout out to Osomniac and K3 for helping us get there. Things like this.
All right. LAN drama. All right. That's all the heroes. So let's go to Mr. Siegel. Shout outs to him. For him. Two people.
Shout out to Truck. Shout out to Lang, Tag, and is Dashner also coming? I52?
Dashner's on his way right now.
Wow. So shout out to those three guys. We'll see him I52. Shout out to all of Immunity. Shout out to Cadis. And shout out to Froyo. Hope to see you guys at LAN.
Payback. It's real this time. All right. Mr. Matt Rod.
Matt Rod.
I always get you and Flame because I'm just going to combine you into one person. Matt Dia.
All right. Shout out to everybody, the community, the Australians, Europeans, Americans, everybody who made this happen. Shout out to my team. Shout out to all the people who are going I52. Shout out to Admirable. I love them. And that's just about it. So yeah, see you guys at I52.
I love you, Admirable. I agree. And I hope to hear you cast the entire thing.
It's a beautiful man.
I don't know who else is going to be there, who else is casting. I know you and Lang will be, so I'm looking out for that Lang Admirable finals cast. And I'll be very happy to see. So do you have any shout-outs that you want to say? Good sir.
Yeah, you know, shout out to Seabear for organizing this.
Yeah.
Really professionally run video podcast, whatever. Shout out to everybody that like donated or even talked about I52 in the lead up to it. Like you hinted there, Seabear, about what's going to happen after LAN? Is it going to die? And this is the same conversation that happens every year, and somehow competitive TF2 keeps going from strength to strength. I don't understand how it keeps happening. Some sort of magic out there, but it's the community, and especially all the people who spend a lot of their time on it, like Gentleman John, Ari, Atmo, Bones, Cube, all these people working behind the scenes. Byte as well. Like this is going to be his last TF2 event. He's going to head off into the world of real life. So I'm sure there's so many other people like I mentioned, but like just off the top of my head, these are the people that keep me motivated and keep me wanting to, you know, be involved in the scene. So thanks.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Yeah, I didn't want to talk too much about it. I mean, everyone's same as before. I feel like, what are we, 7.5 years into the run of TF2? I was basically, Siegel was there from almost the start. I was there back in the day. I don't know. I'm constantly impressed when I come back from my hiatuses, and they're still. This guy just gave me like 50 hats, by the way. So shout out. If you win, Nightbot's going to pick out of everybody. We're going to give away hats after this. So thank you to General Caveman, who is probably a different alias who's on my friends list. Nope, that's him. Thank you, Mr. Caveman, for the hats. Yeah, I want to say that I-52 is going to be great. Hopefully there's an I-55. I don't know. Maybe too early to think about that stuff, but like Admirable said, we always just keep trucking along, and there are always people, TFTV, doing casts, and people coming up and playing an invite. I don't know if we'll see the mix-up Froyo Tech regular group still be here in the North American scene. I hope so. I won't posture one way or the other, but I don't know. I don't want to get too whatever, because I will be casting before. This is not my last time you'll see me, but you know I love you guys, the community. Thank you very much for always sticking with me when I come back from the hiatuses and stuff. It's been great. Fully Charged has been great. I think we're going to end it right here. Everyone said goodbye. I-52 starts Friday for the group stages. You watch these kids air shot each other and all that good stuff. You see Admirable casting hours upon hours of TF2. It's going to be awesome. And then Saturday, like I said, starts really early. Sunday as well, unfortunately, 5 a.m. start time. That should have been pushed back, but whatever. We'll talk about that later. So root for the teams that you want to do well, North America versus EU and Australia. We will see you guys this weekend. I'll be in chat with you, probably banning you guys. But we will see you guys there on this stream channel this weekend, so don't miss it. Have a good night. We'll be right back with hats.